What's going on, guys? It's your boy E5Ent Dre, and I am back. That's right, I'm back. And, today's not really about me, but it is about my first ever guest on the show, my awesome grandpa. Grandpa, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on your show today. I came to see if we can talk about some sports. Maybe I know a little bit, but maybe you know a lot. And we can put it all together. Ooh, hey, maybe we'll get these Lakers winning and these Wolverines that we love so much. Go blue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. So, to start off, I just wanted to ask you, what was really your first introduction to sports?
Oh, well, it's back when I was still in a little pup. Uh, out playing on the playground.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and stealing the ball from the other kids. That's how I got introduced into sports. That is stealing the ball from other kids. That's how I got my speed and agility. Cause having fun, just taking the ball from kids and run, they chasing after you. Everything. It all started when I was in the elementary on the playgrounds. That's where I say, you know. And then I got into basketball as I grew older, and then uh, football, and that was my passion. And so I love watching the Michigan Wolverines play, and I always wanted to be a Wolverine.
All right.
Yep, yep. I wanted to be a Wolverine, but uh, things just didn't turn out that way, but I've been following them ever since. I love them. I'm a big fan of Wolverines. Uh, and I'm a Laker man. I love my Lakers. So I'm a big basketball fan too. So over the years, my interest in sports has grown and grown and grown to uh, I can't miss. I watch football all year long, every kind of football, CFL, XFL,
All
NFL,
right.
C any kind of any football there is. I watch flag football.
Mm-hmm.
I love the game. Love the game.
No, I know. I always knew you were a sports fanatic, even like growing up. Like you always had me watching sports or playing sports. Especially basketball. Like watching the Lakers, Kobe for sure. I'll never forget that one time when you had went to All Star Weekend in New Orleans, and you had brought me back that Lakers shirt. Not that Lakers shirt, the Kobe shirt. That's whenever you won MVP.
Yeah,
Yep, I'll never forget that.
yeah, yeah. That was a great time. That was a great time
Yeah.
there. I had an awesome time down there in New Orleans for the All Star game. My first ever. It was a treat. It was really nice, that I got a chance to go to an All Star game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, moving on from that question, the next question I got for you is who. This one's going. It's going to spark some flames. So be careful. But who do you think is the best NBA player of all time,
The best of all time.
or at least the best you've ever seen?
Uh,
Either or.
to me, uh, the best of all times could be defined in a number of ways because Michael Jordan was a great scorer, good defender. Uh, Magic Johnson is my hero because he could score if he wanted to. He could pass the ball. He could rebound, and he played defense. And he was 6'8" playing guard. So to me, uh, I would say to me, Magic was a best all around basketball player that I've ever seen because of the variety of things he could do, the
Right.
positions he could play.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't think you could put Micah in at center and play center like you could put Magic in at center. He could play center, forward, guard. You know, it didn't matter. He could coach. He could do the. He could do it all from the sidelines.
Okay. Well, to rebuttal that answer, I would just have one simple question, and that is, does LeBron James not exist?
Does he not exist? Uh, he's a great basketball player, but I wouldn't say. I don't know if he's even top five.
You don't know if he's top five.
No, no,
And,
no.
and why do you say that?
Because he's a scorer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he's a pretty good scorer, but he doesn't play in the league a long time. But that's all he can do. You know,
Hmm.
I don't see him lock down guys playing defense,
Huh?
unless they the the fifth guy on the team.
We're talking about all time here. We're not talking about just now.
I'm talking about all time. I never seen him lock down a player.
Never is crazy.
He couldn't lock down Kobe.
Oh man.
He couldn't lock down good players. All the players he could lock down was the guys the second strings or something like that.
What?
You know.
Nah, man. You tripping.
All right, tell me,
Yes.
who did he stop? Who anybody he locked down? Tell me, who could he lock down?
I'm not. He could lock down players, and even stars. You know, it's just he was more of a team defender. You know what I'm saying? Cause like he could square up 1-on-1 with guys. Don't get it twisted. But his intelligence for the game just also helped his defense for as a team player. He'd rotate, know how to know which lanes to get the pass, get the ball. So and then especially blocking, chase down blocks. I mean,
He had all that in with him, but just straight up and play defense against a great basketball player, he couldn't do it. Like Kobe, he could front Michael. I mean, Michael might have got a few. He got a few. LeBron,
I think that's the same case with LeBron though.
who could he front up?
Kobe.
Kobe blew by him every time they played. He didn't even want to play defense on him. He let somebody else play defense on him because he couldn't stop him. Like, come on now, Kobe.
Well, to be fair, we never really saw a peak LeBron versus a peak Kobe, or a near peak Kobe.
We saw some games. We seen when he was playing in Cleveland in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
They were pretty close there. I mean, LeBron was young, but he had been there for years, like 7 years, and Kobe had maybe was in his 10th, 13th year, something like that.
Right.
But they were still, they got a chance to face off, but they couldn't. LeBron Cleveland, when they played Cleveland, he sat down. He was hurt that night when they played the Lakers.
Nah, that's crazy. Okay.
I would say he's a good scorer. He's a powerful scorer.
Mm-hmm.
I would say most of his scoring is done inside the box.
Right.
That's where his scoring is done. So it puts him up there because he's a powerful guy. But top five, I don't think so.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, nah. You got
But did Magic really play defense too?
Yes, he did.
I've not. Honestly, LeBron's a better defender than Magic, and it's no slight at Magic. I mean, granted, he was. I don't know. Looking back on it, Magic wasn't the best defender, and maybe at the time he was, solid.
You say
But
that,
just because of his height, but I mean, and his, weight. But like,
you say that because he had to guard big guys. He couldn't guard no guard. I mean, no 6'3" guard,
Yeah.
6'2" guard. No, he was big.
Yeah.
I mean, if they had speed to run around him, no, he couldn't do nothing with him. But to just straight up guard him to keep him from getting in, just a regular guard, yeah, he could stop him. He could stop him like this.
So he just a big body.
He was a big body. He was a big body. He's
Okay.
6'8". I mean, what a 6'3" point guard.
Oh yeah, it's no
yeah.
slight, but you touting this man as
But-
the greatest. That's all I'm saying. That's
He
all
was
I'm
the
saying.
greatest. He was the greatest. To me, he was the greatest. It's him. It's Michael. It's Larry Bird. It's Kareem.
Okay.
It's shoot. We got some great players that was out there. I mean, like Bill Russell. But you don't know nothing about them guys. But
I ain't gonna say I know nothing.
I know, yeah, but like
I mean,
you
I
never
didn't-
got
I-
a chance to watch
Yeah.
them, to see them in action.
Right. Well, did you?
But I would say them, Isaiah Thomas.
He's up there. He's top 5 for you.
I know I ain't saying he's top 5. I'm just saying he's up there. Isaiah
Top
Thomas.
10.
Yeah. Oh,
Top
definitely.
10.
Definitely.
Oh,
Definitely.
All right.
Who's better than Isaiah?
I can name 10.
At a guard.
I can name 15. Oh, at the guard?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we talking about just like all time. Because you
Well,
had
all
said
time,
Kareem.
all time.
Okay.
I mean, but I'm just using a guard as an example. Who's
Okay.
better?
Is he? I would say he's a top 10 guard for sure. I don't think I would,
Mm-hmm.
poke a hole in that. But top 10 all time with all positions, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, wasn't too many of them all positions. Magic is the only person that could play all positions.
No, I'm saying like, top 10 and with all the positions included,
Yeah.
I don't think I would put Isaiah in it. Just because I can name 10. I can name 10.
What's your 10?
Okay. 10, you got LeBron, MJ, Kareem, Kobe, Magic. This isn't in any particular order. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
That's 5.
You got Larry, you got Hakeem, you got Bill Russell, you got Steph Curry, you got who else? Shaq. I don't know how I forgot Shaq. You got
yeah.
arguably Wilt. You got Oscar Robertson.
Mm-hmm.
You got Kevin Durant. You got.
And you think some of them guys in there are better than Isaiah?
I love Isaiah, but I mean.
Do you think some of them guys in there are better than Isaiah?
Yes, truthfully, yes.
Oh, okay.
You can tell me which ones you disagreed with.
I mean, you got a good list there, but I could throw Isaiah in that top 10. I mean, Larry Bird, he was a great scorer. Wilt Chamberlain, he was one that I'd say he's a top 5 player.
Yeah, I don't know if I could say that just because he wasn't really a team player. I mean, he was great. Obviously, we can't diminish that. He only person to score 100 points and averaged 50 all that stuff.
Why you
But
say he wasn't a team player? He played with the Globetrotters.
was he win? Did he win any? I'm
They
not gonna
won
say.
all the games when they were
No,
playing with the Globetrotters.
was he really known as a champion or like a winner throughout his career, or just a good player?
They were one of the all time greats.
I'm not
When he
saying he's
played
not.
for Philadelphia, he was a winner. Now they didn't win a championship. He didn't win us. Well, did they win a championship? Did he win a championship with Philadelphia?
I don't believe so. I think the first time he won was
With
the
the
Lakers.
Lakers?
Yeah,
Okay. But he went
when he
from the
was old.
Globetrotters to Philadelphia to the Lakers.
Hmm.
The man was a great player. I mean, he was.
Oh yeah, he was a great player.
Yeah.
Great team player. I don't know about that.
But a team player. I mean, who could pass the ball better than him?
At the time, or just
At his time, for his height.
okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
he was definitely talented. Like I said,
Yeah,
he's a great talent, but he just didn't really impact winning as much.
Well, you think Bill Russell impacted winning?
Of course.
What did he do?
Play defense, legendary defense, great defense. Wasn't the offensive player that Wilt was, but
Wilt played good defense too.
not as good as Bill. Bill was tearing them up every time. Well, near every time he played.
I think they both played pretty good defense though. But
I'm not saying they didn't, but like Bill.
But you think Bill was better than Wilt at playing defense?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, definitely. And also had a better impact at winning. Granted, those Boston teams were pretty loaded, at the time.
That.
So, that definitely plays a role in it.
I think Chamberlain got the best of Bill, but couldn't nobody else get the best of Havlicek and all of them guys they had on the team.
Whenever Bill and Wilt were playing, Wilt was struggling, but not really struggling, but struggling for Wilt standards. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we'd have to put that to a test. I'd like to hear someone else's words on that.
Okay. We're gonna have to see. Okay. So after talking about the NBA, who the best player you ever seen, now we're gonna switch over to the NFL. Who do you think is the best player that you've ever seen? And I think I already know the answer.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah.
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana? You playing? I already know who he's thinking about. The GOAT.
I won't say. I mean, the best. If you're talking about the best player, the best player.
Yeah, I guess that's like saying the best player of the NFL, like in NFL history, is kind of like skewed because it's like, they all play their own role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like it's really hard to.
But as far as talented wise, as a player,
yeah,
I mean, you could look at Barry Sanders.
All right.
He did a lot on his own as a running back.
Right.
You look at a guy like Walter Payton.
Yeah.
Jim Brown.
Bo Jackson.
Who?
Bo Jackson.
Yep. And during his time, Bo Jackson. A lot of these guys were running backs. I mean, and then you got to throw in some. But quarterback, Joe Theismann, but Joe Montana to me, he's always been one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. To me.
Oh yeah, I would think everybody would say he's one of the greatest. Not everybody would say he is the greatest. Well, I think that was the consensus before a certain man came. Well, two men really. Two legendary quarterbacks came.
Two.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the two?
You know who the two?
Oh, Joe Montana and Tom Brady.
Huh?
Joe Montana and Tom
No,
Brady.
I'm saying the two that like are in. That's crazy. You know what you did. You know what you did. I'm talking about Peyton Manning.
Hmm. Peyton was all right. Peyton was all right. Yeah, he's a good quarterback too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's one of the great. Yeah, he was better than his brother, but his
Oh
brother
yeah.
won 2 Super Bowls. But I think he was better than his brother.
Oh yeah. I don't think anybody would dispute that. Definitely.
But yeah,
What about on the defensive side of the ball?
and just heck, you'd have to go with
One player comes to mind automatically. Well, two really.
what a guy that always comes up. You know, he's Mike Singletary.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a monster at linebacker. He was a monster. He was just all over the place at the ball, making right plays. And then you have a guy like Lawrence Taylor.
Okay. Yeah, that was
You
one.
know,
That was one.
yeah. But then before him, you got a guy like shoot, I was thinking of his name. He died young. Uh,
You talking about Sean Taylor?
no, Derek. Derek, what was it?
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his last name either.
Played for Kansas City
Yeah.
Chiefs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Can't think of it. I think it was Derek something,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, they have some good defensive players.
I'm surprised you haven't said one yet.
Ron.
Ron Woodson.
Yep.
Wow.
Charles Woodson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You really not about to name this player that I'm thinking of. You missing somebody?
Who as a great player?
Uh-huh. Defensive back?
Charles Wilson.
Played on championship teams? Prime time?
Ah, that dude was nuts.
Oh, no. He hating. That's crazy. He hating.
Ah,
Man.
I seen that dude get burned so many times. He held everybody. You gotta go back and watch his film.
Mm-hmm.
He was prime time. He was quick. He he was quick.
Yeah.
I said, look at this dude. He's cheating.
Gee. That's crazy. So you think Dion was holding and cheating?
Yes, he was.
Wow.
Now you come on back to me, Dion, and say you wasn't.
That's crazy.
Watch the film.
No, man.
You a great player, won't take nothing from you, but you was a cheater too.
Wow. Wow. All right. Okay. So I got another question for you. What's the greatest or your favorite sports play of all time that you've witnessed?
The greatest sports play,
Or your favorite, yeah.
a favorite sports play. A single play. Ooh. I have to. Man, that would be me in high school. We had a game on in the end of October, the weekend of Halloween.
Yeah.
It snowed, 4 feet of snow,
Mm-hmm.
and the field was covered. They took and they plowed the field, pretty much left us an ice ring out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran for 218 yards, 3 touchdowns, and we won the game. They couldn't stop me on the ice. That was the greatest.
That's crazy.
The greatest moment.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was there to see it. The only game she ever watched. I got to see it.
Oh, really?
She was there to see that game. But that was a great game.
Mm-hmm.
But really, I would say,
Oh, so you was just trolling. That's crazy. All right.
hey,
I thought you were serious.
I was
okay.
serious though. That was
Uh-huh.
a good game. But so there's been quite a few games that I couldn't just point out to one. I mean, Barry Sanders on a in and out running play. He ran in and came out.
Mm-hmm.
That was the name of that was the play.
Yeah.
But he just made so many plays that it was just unbelievable. Joe Montana made so many throws that it's like, man, he ain't supposed to do that. He can't do that. Patrick Mahomes tried to mimic him, but
Yeah.
this dude he was something. Uh, Kareem Abdul with the sky hook,
Mm-hmm.
special plays, special.
So nothing really specific that
No,
comes to
no,
mind. Just,
Magic, Michael Jordan,
mm-hmm.
3-pointer, just throwing it up, and he like,
Shrugging.
yeah, like, whoop. I didn't know that was gonna go there. But hey, it happened. Man, it's been some great, so many great players. I couldn't say one was no special than the other. They was just great plays.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to have a lot of great plays because there's a lot of great players.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, couldn't really. I understand that because I mean, whenever you think back and just like, especially with all the stuff that you done seen and all the great plays, it's like hard to pick out one that really stuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, I understand that.
Because a lot of them are stuck with me.
Yeah.
Now, which one, the best one out of the best, the best out of the best?
Yeah.
That's hard. That's hard to pick.
Yeah.
Because, man, Steph Curry, I done seen some great plays out of him. This number 3, Jordan Poole, young. Done seen some great plays out of him. Done seen some great plays out of him in Michigan. I didn't think he'd be where he's at today, but he's. I done seen some historic plays out of him already.
Right.
Dunking on someone. Ooh.
Okay.
What about you?
Me?
Your favorite?
My favorite? I guess my favorite that I've like personally watched probably have to be. You talking about just watch live or Like
Your favorite one, your favorite plays.
favorite play? Okay, all right, all right, all right. I got you. I got you. Um,
Do you think you could just have one?
I mean, it just depends on the person, really. I feel like, cause one person might have that like special play, like for like their favorite player or their favorite team, that really got them. Cause like me being a Kobe fan, I would say one that really got me was whenever he scored 60 in his last game. I feel like that was really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely one of my favorite sports moments. Um,
And to me, one of his games where he scored 18, but he scored the last point to win the game.
mm-hmm.
He was shooting all night, missing.
Right.
Just wanted to take him out of there. He was shooting the ball. It's like Shaq said. The guys come up to him, hey, Kobe, can you talk to Kobe about passing the ball? He said, hey, Kobe, guys want to know if you can pass the ball. Ain't no I in team.
Mm-hmm.
He said, but there's a M-E
Yeah.
in that mother.
Yeah. That's cool.
So he was just that kind of player though.
Right.
I mean, some nights I was like, man, is this guy gonna ever do anything? He shoots 60 times. You look at it and he only made 20 baskets out of 60. I'm like,
Hey,
dude, man, can you pass the ball? But Michael did that too. And it's the beginning of his career.
mm-hmm.
He ain't had nobody else on the team, so
Right.
he had to take it, and that's why he became a good shooter.
Mm-hmm.
He was practicing every game they played. I mean,
Yeah, and Kobe definitely tried to not really replicate Jordan, but just like was very inspired by Jordan.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all know that.
Yeah, he was just a.
His little that was his big brother. That was his big brother. Okay, so after talking about all these moments that's been personal to you, what did you think about the Super Bowl this year? Kansas City over the Eagles.
I think it was a sit-up.
It was a setup.
Yeah. Philadelphia should have won that game. They had the better team.
Yeah.
The stats tell you they won the game,
Yeah.
but the numbers didn't.
Mm-hmm. At the end of the game.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Because I really definitely thought that Philadelphia had the superior team heading into it, but they did not play like it. Kansas City definitely showed up like they were the better team.
Jalen didn't show up. That's what happened. I don't know if it was
Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, he didn't show up. He threw the ball very well, but he didn't do all the other things he do to win. He didn't run enough. He ran. Yes, he did run.
But he ain't running
He
enough.
didn't run enough when they needed it. When they needed to get a first down. Instead of throwing the ball away, he was running it. He didn't run enough.
But to be fair, I don't really think that was on him. It was just more so on Kansas City's defense because their defense played a lot better than I thought they were going to play, especially like the pressure that they were putting on Jalen. They were playing pretty good.
They did. They played good.
Frank Clark was pressuring him mostly the whole game. You know, not Derek. What's his man name? Chris Jones. He was, putting on pressure. That D line was something serious.
The D line was good, but there's times he could have took off, and he didn't. He stayed in the pocket too long.
Yeah.
He stayed in the pocket too long. He know they was coming after him. That was their plan. Come after him.
Right.
They wanted him. They wanted to get him, keep him in the pocket and come after him.
Yeah. That's true.
You know, they know he wasn't. He's a good passer, but he ain't that great a passer. You know, so you keep him in so he can't run.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a couple chances he could have escaped, but he didn't take them.
Yeah, I feel like what really not killed them, but like turned the tide for the Kansas City was whenever
He turned the ball over.
yeah, as whenever he fumbled that ball, that was what
it. Mm-hmm.
sparked the life into Kansas City.
Well, that gave him that extra score they needed.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't give them that, they don't win.
Right.
Yeah.
I will. I'm not gonna say the whole game was on him, but like that
No.
mistake was definitely one that he wishes he could get back. And really, James Bradbury holding Juju, that was
that was suspect.
Yeah. I mean, he admitted to holding to it, but I mean, I heard like some people say that like he wasn't really holding them. He just admitted it to cover up the NFL, because it was all planned and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. It was a setup.
Basically, that was the whole Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. You get a holding call, then we get a new set of down.
But I will say that Patrick Mahomes played like the superstar he is, especially even on his hurt ankle. He was doing his thing. I wasn't really expecting him to be as mobile as he was heading into the game, but he was still running the ball, especially for that like long run towards the end of the game.
Right.
I was very surprised, and once he did that, I was like, okay, they might have this one. I ain't gonna lie. As much as I wanted Philly to win, nah, Patrick Mahomes is just a different beast. Different beast.
Yeah, he's a pretty good quarterback, but how long would he last?
What, you don't think he's gonna last long?
And not playing loose like that.
Yeah, I guess I can understand that, but I still feel like he covers himself enough to where like he doesn't get horribly injured. But I mean, anybody could get horribly injured at any point in time, so you never really know.
Most time the ball is up here. But when you're down here passing the ball and you get your arm hit down here, that's a different thing right there.
Right.
And over like this, you got more than what you have. But,
Yeah, I get that.
That's just like his ankle, getting his ankle hurt. He's just more susceptible to injuries with the way he played.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I understand that.
Yeah, the way he played.
He plays that kind of playground type of style. Yeah. Almost Aaron Rodgers like.
Like the Pro Bowl. Flag football.
That's crazy.
I'm like, are you guys serious?
Yeah.
I turn that off.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Well, okay. So I can't really segue into that yet. But before we segue into what you're leading on into, let's talk about the NBA trade deadline. What did you think of the moves teams made? Kevin Durant to the Suns, the Lakers pulling off the haul that they did for just Westbrook and Thomas Bryant and a pick,
I think the Lakers, I think they did great. They picked up some good pieces there. Phoenix, I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
You what? KD, Devin Booker,
Well,
CP3.
KD, he's all right. Devin Booker, but CP, he
Hmm.
getting old, man.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not really gonna have that responsibility that he had before, because he's gonna be like the third, if not fourth option on a team. So I mean, he's
But
really
he,
just handling the ball, setting up Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, coming
hmm
off screens and stuff. I mean, you ain't really got to rely on him to do too much.
no, but I don't know. He's old. He's getting old. What they
Yeah.
gonna do if they don't win it this year? What they gonna do? He got to retire.
Hey, I think you should. If they don't win it this year, then I feel like you should. If not, wait another year. But then they were already talking about trading him and getting Kyrie, for next year. Phoenix, yeah, because they were thinking about
Okay,
they
so
were trying to trade CP for Kyrie.
everywhere Durant go, Kyrie go, and then they don't work out together.
Hey,
Really?
I ain't gonna lie. Kyrie, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker.
They could be, yeah.
That's a
But
pretty
we done had some of that before, like
yeah.
Kyrie and
Harden and
Harden,
KD.
and yeah, that didn't work out.
Yeah, that's true. So I mean, who knows what the future holds?
Every time we get KD with somebody, don't work out. You know, it was KD, uh, Westbrook,
Yeah,
and Harden.
yeah.
That didn't work out.
Uh, well, KD, Harden, and Westbrook didn't work out because the front office didn't want to pay Harden. I mean, they made it to the finals, so I mean, I don't blame Kevin Durant or none of them for that, for losing, especially to Miami at the time. But the front office fumbled James Harden, so now you're left with just Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. And I guess, like, I don't know, because, like, they could have made the finals in, 2015, I think that was? Or 2016, yeah. They could have made the finals, but they just blew their 3-1 lead because Kevin Durant wasn't showing up. And then he ends up leaving just to join the enemy, so. Yeah.
Because they had a problem there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this Phoenix team could do something. I don't know about this year specifically, just because Kevin Durant's still hurt, and he's got to gel with the rest of the team, and the
They don't
remaining
have
team players.
15, 20 games left.
Yeah. So I mean, there's not much time to get acclimated.
Well, what you think about the Clippers?
Honestly, the Clippers did pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I don't want them to do good, they did. They got a backup five, that they needed. They got Russell Westbrook, who I feel like is gonna really help the team, especially like playmaking wise, because they didn't really have a playmaker. I mean, John Wall, he just wasn't. He's not the same John Wall, and I feel like Russell Westbrook is better than Reggie Jackson. So I mean, I feel like they got to upgrade. And then they also got Bones Highland too, even though he's not playing right now. But like, still, I mean, I feel like they did good. I really do.
Well, we'll see what they Paul George and Leonard to see if they play.
Hey, I think this is their last year. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because if they don't win it this year, Kawhi gonna want out or he gonna be done. I don't know, but I feel like this might be the make or break year for them. If not next year. Do you feel like this is like a make or break year for the Lakers, or you think like they got another year if this doesn't work out?
I think they're. They could do something this year if they can pull it all together, but I think they're planning for the future. I think they're planning for next year. They're trying to get something together for next year.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I don't disagree because
Cause they
they're
got
always planning ahead.
they got some young players
Mm-hmm.
that
That's true.
Gary Gary Payton,
Mm-hmm.
that's the second.
Mm-hmm. Back with Golden State.
Hmm? Not him.
Hmm?
Not him. Um, I'm thinking about what's his name.
You talking about on the Lakers?
Yeah, I'm thinking about Scottie Pippen Jr.
Oh yeah. What about him?
He gonna be a point guard for the Lakers if they can keep him.
Well, yeah.
He's good. He's a good player.
No, he is a good player.
Yeah.
He's just not, good for them right now.
No, they brought him up and let him play some when they need him.
Oh yeah, but
Kind of keep him going, but he's still in the G League for
right.
him.
Yeah, he's just not ready yet. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's ready. He just needs some playing time. Well, he showed that in during the summer. They
he was
good.
He was looking good in the summer.
Yeah.
I just feel like for right now, especially making that playoff push, that he's not really necessary. But like once we get to next year, then I feel like they'll definitely give him more minutes, more of an opportunity. Especially if like they don't work out this year, then at that point it's probably they're just gonna blow it up. If this doesn't work out, if they don't make the playoffs this year, then shoot, they need to trade AD, need to get rid of Braun, maybe, if probably more than likely, and
they need to
just blow it up basically.
Yeah.
I don't know what else happened during the deadline. I think that was really it as far as like big moves, unless I'm tripping. I know Kevin Love recently signed with the Heat. I feel like he's gonna be a good piece for them, just like spacing the floor wise. But either way, I don't think Miami really gonna be too good this year.
Well,
that's crazy. How could I forget? How could I forget? Kyrie Irving getting traded to the Mavericks. Yeah, I literally said his name too.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
That's a good trade. I mean, that's good for him and Luka. But you seen how that worked out tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, they were blowing the Lakers out in the beginning.
Yeah, they definitely were. They were up like 27 points at one point. But
and then you let the Lakers come back and beat you. Yeah. Come on now.
Hey man, Lakers trying to make the playoffs, and all they got to do is make the playoffs, and then shoot, anything can happen from there.
Well, they playing defense.
Exactly, yeah. That's
what it is. They playing defense.
And that's what won them their championship in 2020 was the defense.
But a defense, you can
beat anybody.
Yeah.
Facts.
Jordan Poole fell out.
Okay.
If Luka play as hard out, they'll be a real good team then.
Yeah.
Real good team. Sixers, Clippers, they got better.
Yeah, for sure.
They got better, definitely.
I feel like the West as a whole just got better.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. Phoenix, because I don't know if Golden State gonna be no champions this year.
I don't even know if they gonna make the playoffs this year, to be honest, because like Steph out for a whole month. So I mean, and that team is a different team with him off the floor. So,
yeah.
I don't know if they make the playoffs this year, truthfully, because the Timberwolves obviously looking competitive.
Yeah.
The Lakers obviously, getting there. The Trailblazers, they're kind of falling off, but like they're still, they win some, they lose some.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. It's a very tight race in the West
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Yeah, you can see that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's uh, was it Utah,
Yeah,
uh,
Utah's still solid.
uh,
Thinking.
Denver. You know,
Yeah, Denver too. It's
so you know, it's shoot,
it's a
it,
lot to look out for.
it's wide open. Like I said, it's wide open.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of all these stars and stuff, did you watch any of All Star Weekend?
No, I didn't get a chance to watch the All Star Weekend. I was uh, I was a little under the weather the weekend.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you didn't miss much, so I mean, that's good. I ain't gonna lie, it was probably the worst game I ever, worst All Star game, worst game, whatever you want to call it, the worst I ever seen. Cause literally there was like zero defense being played,
Yeah.
zero. Like they were letting people just score, running around, and then not only just the game being trash, but also like the dunk contest. It was mid. It was okay, but not really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and what's this with the 3-point contest?
Nah, the 3-point contest was crazy because they had like a couple single digit people. Like Kevin Herter, he had made like 8. He had got
Mm-hmm.
like 8 points. Julius Randle was in there. And
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
man, it was just
So
it
who
was tough.
wouldn't win except for a 3-point shooter like
Dame,
Dame, you
yeah,
know?
right, yeah. Truthfully,
And he wasn't a real scorer like, I mean, if that had been say Steph.
hmm
He wasn't the one that, I mean, Steph would have won.
hmm yeah. It
But
and even like the skills challenge. Oh man, the skills challenge was the worst. Well, not the worst. It was one of the worst because they had like teams competing for like skills and stuff. They had the team out of the Kumpos and
mm-hmm.
stuff, but like Giannis was hurt, so he wasn't even on the team. Instead, they had Drew Holiday replacing him, and then they had Team Rook, which was like 3 rookies. They had Paulo, Banchero. They had uh what's dude out of Detroit? What was the rookie? Oh man, I forgot. I think it jail. Oh my gosh, I really
you talking about the white boy?
nah. He was. I think he was what the 4th or 6th pick in the draft this past year for the Pistons. I really can't remember this dude's name. And then they had Jabari
Isaiah
Smith.
Livers.
No, sir, that is not his name. That is not his name.
Well,
Either way, they had them, and then they had.
Holloway. No, what is his name? I don't know well. Oh.
And then they had Team Jazz, which was like jazz players. Jordan Clarkson did not care that he was there. He was
Mm-hmm.
just. It was just a terrible weekend overall. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm kind of getting disappointed in all of these sports, because even in basketball, it's just not exciting as it used to be.
Right.
You know, you just can't get them exciting games. Uh, and even in college now, since everybody paying money, it's no fun.
Yeah. I definitely understand that.
It's no fun to get to go down and beat up on the lower team level teams.
Yeah.
You know, because they paying money to get them some good players.
Right.
Uh,
It's just with everybody making like so much money nowadays, it's just like it doesn't really give anybody any motivation to actually do their job, because they're gonna get paid regardless. You know what I'm saying? Or
yeah.
any room for competition.
Mm.
You know. So after the All Star break, what teams in the NBA do you really like think have a shot to win the championship?
I would say Bo- Boston has a shot.
Yeah.
And then of course Milwaukee, all time, Uh, I would say the Nuggets
I agree.
and the Phoenix. Phoenix? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are really like the main contenders right
Mm-hmm.
now. You know, especially like since they're like the top seeds
Yeah.
in their respective conferences. Is there anybody you think that has a dark horse shot of making it?
My dark horse would probably be I would say Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah.
And why do you think Memphis
Cause they
could have
got
a
good
shot?
team. They got some good players.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't see Memphis being like ready for the
Young
occasion.
guys. They what's his name?
Ja?
John Morant.
Yeah, I love Ja. Like
Man, he could do it himself. It don't take nothing but to win in the
Mhm.
playoffs. That's all it takes.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, they have a shot, but I feel like they'd get exposed very quickly because I mean, the lack of shooting. Granted, they did just get Luke Kennard from the Clippers, but I mean, I don't know if he's really gonna make that much of a difference with their outside shooting. Because Ja's not the best, 3-point shooter, and then Dylan Brooks, he's a okay 3-point shooter. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a okay, if not below average, 3-point shooter. I mean, they don't really just have shooters. I mean, and even if you want to say defensively, they're not that great. They're not really up there with the real
What?
contenders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But who knows? I hope, honestly, I wouldn't love nothing more than for Ja to carry his team to a finals, if not the whole thing. I feel like that would be kind of exciting to watch in the
I
playoffs.
think John Morant could do it.
I think he could too. He
Yeah.
he has that dog in
Yeah, he is a dog.
him. I'm surprised you didn't say your dark horse was the Lakers. Truthfully,
Nah, they gotta play a few more games before I can say that. They looking good, like they might be coming together now, but
hmm
just not enough yet.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
mean,
think Dervin Ham can coach. I
yeah,
think he learning on the fly.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I agree. Cause even like earlier in the season, like his rotations and stuff
Mm.
have, especially starting like three guards. I think he was starting three guards with Schroeder and Patrick Beverly, and then Lonnie Walker, and all. Yeah, just was not it.
You been keeping up with them Wolverines?
Honestly, right. Recently, I have. I wasn't really,
Well,
too much earlier in the season.
they started practice Monday.
Mm-hmm.
This past Monday.
Yeah.
So what's the day? Sunday? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they done been in practice for a week. Uh, we know who the starting quarterback is. We know who the running backs are. We know who the wide receivers are. We know who the guard are we don't know who's gonna play center. We don't know who's gonna play left tackle.
Yeah.
Bernhardt could be right tackle or Jones. Either one could be
Yeah.
right tackle.
Right.
Uh, so a tight ends, Loveless or Loveland, whatever his name is.
Loveland.
And then let's do Barner, A.J. Barner from Indiana. I'm quite sure they'll be the tight ends, and plus what all we already got too,
Right.
like Bradison and stuff like that. So offense is pretty well gone. Now, the thing we got to do is they got to let JJ put that ball in the air. I don't care if we score 120 points in a game. They got to let it run and pass.
Right.
They just got to do it. They got to do it.
Especially with Blake coming back, because
Yeah.
I would hope they would not lean on Blake as much, just because coming off that injury from last year.
I want him to get 300 yards them first 3 games, and then he can cruise the rest of the.
Yeah.
And then he'll be up there. He should be 369. All he need is like 1,100 yards.
Right.
He'll be Heisman Trophy winner.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Why? He would have been this year if he hadn't got hurt.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I don't know if he's gonna be the same running back. Hopefully he is.
Why you say that? Because he had surgery. I think he'll probably be better.
If not, hey, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. It's just that some players, they come back from injury and they get
tentative.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
They're like fearful that they might get injured again, especially when you're an early round pick projected to come out. So
I don't think he'll be throwing his leg no more though. I don't think that'll be happening.
yeah.
But I think he'll still be able to move, cut, and do that stuff. I don't think he'll be jumping over people like that no more and stuff like that. I don't think he'll be doing some of that stuff.
Nah, he probably gonna tone it back this year.
Yeah.
But he's still. I feel like he just really want to win a championship.
Yeah.
And I think they could, because even looking on the defensive side of the ball, granted they lost some key starters, but they definitely got some players from the transfer portal to replace them.
Did you see who who gonna be the other corner? Will Johnson.
Yeah.
He got the one side. It's
He's
locked down.
Facts.
Yeah, that dude there. He might be a Heisman Trophy winner by
he
before
might
it's
be.
over. Then what's his name? Walker from Ponchatoula. He can lock him down. He done locked down that other cornerback spot.
Okay.
Yep. They moved him from receiver to cornerback, but he might play both of them.
Right.
They said this dude got some speed.
Hey.
They said he got more speed. Well, for the cones, the 3 cones, he did and faster than anybody in the NFL combine.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Hey, honestly, we could use that. We could definitely use that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
as long as he can cover, because that speed ain't gonna mean nothing if he can't cover.
Yeah.
But I feel like he should be good.
I think he can cover, right? Because he did a little bit last year. He played some cornerback last year.
Right, and then also they got Mike coming back at that nickelback spot.
Oh yeah. Michael Barrett. Then they got Michael Barrett coming back at a linebacker. He played at nickel sometime. And then you got your boy that play it all the time. Singleton.
Right. Sanders still. Yeah. Because he played like a good role. Because I was surprised. I was low key surprised that he was playing that well at cornerback. Because I didn't think he was going to do that good. And then I found out that he was playing defensive back in high school. I didn't really know that for real. But nah, he was playing like he played defensive back before. He was.
Hey, he was playing better than he was playing at defensive back.
Yeah, for
that
real.
Man,
he was playing better than our receiver. Shoot.
That pass he broke up from Ohio State receiver. That was just outstanding.
Right.
Now, see, that was a great play.
Facts. That's
Man,
facts.
to go inside the guy's hands and
And then
knock the ball out,
right.
that was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably got 7 inches on you
Yep. That was
and
crazy.
40 pounds.
Nah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That really could have changed the whole game, but
Mm-hmm.
hey. Nah, I feel like they got a good team this year. I don't know if I say it's better than last year, but who knows? Because who thought that this past year they were going to be better than the year before?
I did. I thought
Well,
because I knew what they had coming back and what they. The only thing I was concerned about was their ends, and
yeah,
I
that.
thought somebody was gonna come step up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Mike Morris, he was good. Jalen Harrell, he was good,
Mm-hmm.
but they just wasn't.
As dominant as
Yeah, that.
Hutchinson and
Ojabo.
yeah, Ojabo, David Ojabo, yeah.
Yeah,
But I
not
mean,
Ojabo. What was it the other
no,
guy?
it was David Ojabo,
Who went to
the Ravens. Yeah,
uh,
Hutchinson and Ojabo.
who went to Indianapolis?
Uh-huh.
I think that was Ojabo with the Indianapolis.
Ojabo went to Baltimore because he got paired back with
I
the
got
defensive coordinator.
but there's two of them. I can't think of what was the guy that went to Indianapolis.
Oh, I don't know, man.
He played our deep. He was our defense end.
Oh, you talking about Quiddy Pay?
Yeah, that's
No,
my quite play. That's
yeah, Pay was from the year before, if not like
yeah. But I was just talking about I was getting them mixed up there.
Right.
That's what I was saying. Ojabo.
Yeah.
Quiddy Pay.
Uh huh.
Now Quiddy Pay should have stayed another year because he was getting better.
Yeah.
I think he was better. He was better than Ojabo.
I mean, he was a first round pick though. Regardless, I mean, could have been maybe a high pick.
Who?
Pay, Quiddy Pay.
Yeah.
Ojabo would have been a high pick if he wouldn't have got hurt.
Right.
So I mean, truthfully, it just all comes down to because I feel like the Michigan staff can coach up the D line, and just the defense as a whole. So it just all comes to the players putting it all together out there. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
The coaching staff too, like utilizing
on defense. They got to be good and disciplined. That's the only thing about the defense. They got to be good and disciplined.
Right.
Because you can't leave your gaps open. That's where they get beat at.
Yep.
When you miss your gap. And then when you tackle, you got to be tackled. You got to be sound tackler. You can't be letting nobody slip through.
Right. No arm tackling.
Yeah.
You got to wrap them up. Pause.
So, I think they're being taught all that. And that's what's making them good.
Right.
But now we need some. I'm hoping Jim would let Moore call the plays, run the offense, because I think he could throw different wrinkles in that people might be surprised about.
Right.
To help win a game instead of
just pound on the ball. Yeah.
yeah.
I agree. Because as much as like they're a physical run dominant team, I mean, and that's their identity, but they still need to throw in some passes here and there.
Yeah, but
because especially to like loosen up the quarterback. So I mean,
well, you need you know your team can run, so why run them all the time?
Yeah,
practice the pass now.
Right. Yeah.
You know they can run. You don't just keep them running. Practice your pass when you know, because if you get behind in your passing ability, you can know you can run it.
Exactly.
So that's what they need to do this year.
Hopefully.
Now I think Sharon Moore going. I think Jim trusts him. I think he'll let him do what he wants. I think.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Only time will tell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And if everybody leave Jim alone
Mm-hmm.
and just wrap their arms around him and tell him, well, we don't want you to ever leave, instead of cursing him every time he does something wrong, everybody do something wrong.
Yeah.
Nick Saban even do things wrong.
Yeah. Fact.
But they behind him 100%.
Mm-hmm.
You got these dummies. Oh, get rid of.
Jim.
Yeah, get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Then as soon as he start winning, then they, oh no, get him a contract. Get him a contract. That's why he ain't been worried about no contract, cause he's like he making the people suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Jim ain't stupid. He making them suffer. He don't want to go nowhere,
Right.
but he making them suffer.
Mm-hmm. Just teasing them, acting like he going to the NFL, but he really not.
No,
Yeah.
he going no.
Yeah.
Not until you win a championship in college.
Mm-hmm. And even then, like, would he really leave that, especially at his alma mater?
Yeah.
Oh well, if you think so.
I think he would. If he won the national championship, I think he'd be gone. Mm-hmm.
Well, as much as I would not want him to leave, I'd
I
rather
don't
have
want
that.
him to leave.
I'd rather have that national championship. I ain't gonna lie.
And he want that Super Bowl.
I don't blame him, because I mean he was right there,
Mm-hmm.
but just lost to his brother. So I mean,
Yeah.
hey, I don't blame him. Hey, wherever it come down to, as long as he win us a chip, I'm good. He could do whatever he want.
Yeah.
Cause
That's all he got to do.
Yeah.
That's what he stay around for. Win that championship. Then it's gonna be over.
yep,
But it's been great. It's been great. It's been
Yep.
great.
well, Grandpa, I appreciate having you on. You know, talking all these sports and stuff. I hope to have you on again. You know,
Yeah.
talk about more. Now, hopefully around that time, you know, gonna have the playoffs of the NBA. You know, have college spring ball. You know, starting up.
Right.
And then especially with like the NFL offseason, you know, talk about the draft or free agency.
Talk about the XFL.
Yeah, talk about the XFL.
Yeah.
Hey, talk about whatever, man. So I appreciate you coming on here, and I hope to have you back again.
All right. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace. That's crazy. All right. See y'all later, guys.